Hey guys, how are ya? This is Dan, aka Saxman102, to finally do a video review on my iHome iP9. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so I probably know you guys are thinking right now, why did it take you so long to get a video review up for this product? Well, simply put, I was really busy in school for quite some time, and yes, I know I did make some other videos before, but again, I do apologize for not having a video review of this up right away. Usually I do a video review within a week after I get a product, but this time I guess it's just different. So, again, I'm sorry for that, and hopefully it shouldn't happen again. So, now let's get to it. As you can see, right here in front, this is the main display of the iHome iP9. It shows the time, the indicator for PM when the time is in PM, the indicators for alarm 1 and alarm 2, and I'll show you some of the other indicators once I get into the other parts of this review. And as you can see, the main body of this thing actually looks pretty nice. Yeah, while it may not look the fanciest in terms of an iPod dock, I think for me it looks pretty nice. And you can probably tell us already, but it is plastic. Yep, that is pure plastic right there. But I think it's well constructed plastic, because the quality of the material translates into how the product it actually holds up over time. Because I remember you guys might have known that I had an iHome before this. What was it? The iHome IH5R. That's when it actually lasted for quite a while. The only problem that I had with it after a while is that some of the buttons on this main panel right here actually started to not work anymore. So that's why I forked out my money and got this iHome. Plus my previous one didn't work for charging my 2nd gen iPod Touch and now my iPhone 4. Alright, enough jabbering on. Let's get on to the other stuff that's on here. Alright, so as you can see, right here is the volume dial. I know that for myself, and because right there it says volume. Then on the center of the volume dial, you have the power and alarm reset button. On the other side, you have your set plus minus buttons. This is used for setting the clock and also doing manual tuning for radio stations. Then I really can't get around to the back here because of stuff I have here. But in the back, you have bigger holes for air to go through. That's how you get good bass and stuff. Then here in the back, you have line out, connection for AM antenna, DST, and this is one of the things I've really loved about the iHome, the DST switch, because I live in a time zone where we have DST, and when we have to do the once a year thing of springing ahead and falling back, I think it should be just simple as flipping a switch like this. So, once you see me flip this switch, you'll see something on the display. So as you can see, it says DST -1 now, and if I flip it back, that'll turn DST on. And I also need to have it in that position because right now we observe daylight savings time until, I believe, sometime in early November. I'm not exactly sure, but who cares? That's not the main point of this video. Then moving to the back here again, or moving back to the back I should say, we have the buttons for changing the time zone you're in, the clock setting, or the button for setting the clock, which I don't think I'll ever need to use because this thing came with backup batteries from the factory, which is very nice. And they've still been lasting me because we haven't been having any power failures here. Then last but not least, here in the back is the insert for the power adapter. Then moving on back here to the front, we have the docking station for your iPod or iPhone. And just so for those concerned, or for those wanting to know about this model does indeed work with iPhone 4 charging. It charges it perfectly, and it doesn't give you the airplane mode warning like you did with my previous iHome. So that's good. Then here in the front you see a couple buttons. These first three are for the radio presets from 1 to 6. After that we have a button for adjusting some of the settings of the equalizer. Then we have a radio button which just switches between all the functions of the iHome iP9, which are FM, AM, line in. Yeah, line in. That's what's wrong about that one jack. That is a line in jack. This one does not have a line out jack. My IH5R did, and that was very nice. So yeah, it has FM, AM, line in, and then iPod. After that, we have a sleep timer button, and the settings that you can use for this are 120 minutes, 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 30 minutes, or 15 minutes. Then the final two buttons we have here in this panel are for alarm 1 and 2. And I really love the alarm system on this. It like totally blows my iHome IH5R out of the water. Because this is what I love about it. I'll have to show you how it works right now. So to set the alarm, you need to press and hold one of those buttons, as so. Then you'll have an option for setting your time. Again, you just use this dial for that. Then this is the thing I really love about this model of iHome that I didn't have in my previous one. Let's see, there it goes. 752 alarm support. I love that. So this alarm I have set for when I had to wake up for school during the week, so that's very nice. That way I don't have to rely on one alarm that I had to change throughout the week for different things. Oh, sorry about that. I'll just get back into that. There we go. And then after that, you can change the option for what you want to wake up to. Right now I have it set to radio, but you can do you can do radio, buzzer, or iPod. Oh, you can also even do a custom playlist that you create in iTunes, and you need to call it iHome in order for that to work. Then, as I also told you, there's alarm 2. I mostly use this on the weekends for when I have to wake up for track practice or something like that. So yeah, that is very nice. So now I'm going to demonstrate this unit in action. Oh, also worth mentioning, this iHome also does come with a remote, as do most other iHomes this day. As you can see, it is a very nice design, and it is a plentiful array of buttons. It has power alarm reset, up and down buttons for navigating through your iPod's menu, which is very cool. Previous track, rewind, next track fast forward buttons, play, pause, mute, menu, enter. Again, these work with the menu of the iPod. Radio, presets, volume up and down, equalizer, sleep, snooze, repeat, shuffle, and repeat. And also worth mentioning before going on to anything else in this review is that you have, I believe, 8 different settings for the backlight in this thing. So right now I have it on the brightest setting, and I'll show you how dark it can go to. So as you can see, the display in this one can actually go all the way off. On my previous one, it only had 3 different settings. So definitely big thumbs up to you, SDI Technologies. Alright, so now moving on to the most important part of this review, sound quality.
We'll impartially shop all the companies we represent to find you the
Dang, it's only commercial right now.
Give me an example?
Sure. I just got a man, 40 years old, who takes blood pressure medication, a $500,000 policy with a highly rated insurance company. His price, $21 a month.
Call 1-800-40-1399.
So yeah, as you can see, sound quality actually sounds pretty decent for this unit.
That's
And right now, let's show you the equalizer settings you can change on here. You can adjust the treble, bass, and 3D effect for the sound. Frankly, I think the also you can adjust the balance. Frankly, I think the 3D effect on here actually makes it sound worse in some cases, because sometimes when I've listened to radio on here with the 3D effect on, it actually drains out the vocals a lot and puts more focus on the treble, which I actually don't like. That's why I just have the equalizer, as you can see, set to 5 for the treble and 5 for the bass, which are maxed out. So that is very nice. Alright, so there's a sample of some music there. Don't want to play too much there because I don't want to get violated for copyright. So, as you can see, sounds pretty good. And as I said before, you also have a choice, or the option for 6 presets on here. This is my first preset here. It's 94.5 Lake FM. This is a variety type radio station. After that, I have a classic rock station, 96.5 WKLH. After this, the station I have on right now. Sorry about that. I decided to cut the video because there was someone in the background distracting me. But now let's get back to the video. This next station I have of my presets is known as 97.3 Radio Now, also known by call sign WRNW. After that, I have I guess a variety type station. This station is known as Sunny 97.7, and this is actually just a little bit outside my local market, but I had to pick it up pretty well. And I don't know the call sign for this particular station. If I do, I'll put it in the script. It is an annotation or in my description. Then I have a top 20 / variety station known as 99.1 The Mix, also known by call sign WMYX. Many of you living in the Milwaukee area should probably know that. Then finally, here are my presets. I have somewhat another top 20s station, I guess. This is known as 103.7 KISS FM, or by call sign WXSS. And basically, in conclusion, FM sounds abso-freaking-amazing on this. Yes, I know, I just made up a new word there. You know why? Because I'm cool. Yeah. So yeah, FM sounds absolutely amazing on this. It sounds almost equivalent to sound coming from a docked iPod or other connected audio device. It's just amazing. But AM basically sounds like standard AM. Nothing that'll blow you away. It's not like listening to AM on an HD radio receiver, so don't expect much. I don't even care because I only listen to AM for listening to sport games and stuff. So yeah, that's about it basically. Alright, so even though I talked about the other functions before, I'll just go through them right now. Before I was on FM, now as you can see I'm on AM. Then we have line in, and this is for connecting a different audio device to the back to your iHome with that little jack. Oh, it's right there where my finger is. So if you have, if you don't have an iPod, or if you have an iPod Shuffle, that's how you listen to music on this thing. Oh, and I can't get to the iPod mode because I do not have my iPhone docked. Alright, so that about wraps up this review of... Oh wait, actually, one more thing worth noting before closing up this review. I think this FM antenna here on this, that's provided right here with the iHome iP9, it's just a direct wire, it just goes up there. You'd think that would be just your standard quality antenna, but you've just thought wrong. Let me show you something. This is one of the few stations I can actually get outside my local listening area. This is a station called 1011 WIXS. This is actually coming all the way from Green Bay. So, yeah, that's pretty amazing how you can get that. And also, the station right here, this is another station that's coming from Madison, so a little bit before Green Bay. This station is known as Z104, or WZEE. Another variety type station, if I didn't say that already. But the fact that I can just at least get this, but pretty static as you can hear, is just absolutely amazing with that quality of antenna. And one more station I've just got to show you guys. That is another station coming directly from Madison, and as you can hear, not even staticky at all. Yeah, that is right. No static whatsoever. And for a station coming from Madison, which is like a little bit further away than I live, that's just amazing. So, okay, so now that is it for this review of the iHome iP9. Overall, I would give this product a 10 out of 10 because these speakers on here with the adjustable EQ sound absolutely amazing. FM on here sounds amazing. And I advise that if you get one of these and you listen to FM on it, do not use the 3D effect. It like basically drowns out the vocals, puts more focus on the treble, which I don't like. AM in here, as I said, just your standard fare AM, nothing special. iPods and iPhones on here sound perfect because that's the primary purpose of this. And as I said before, basically any iPhone will work on here, meaning it will charge and play your music fine, and it won't give you that little warning saying that you need to turn on airplane mode, because these speakers actually have a special GSM shielding that will prevent from any interference from when you have an iPhone on here. So that's why it'll work perfectly. Alright, so that about wraps it up for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And before I close out this video, I just want to remind you guys that if you like this video, to give it a big ol' thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Also, be sure to comment on this video with your thoughts of the iHome iP9 if you have one, or a different iPod dock or that you have. And if you have one of these yourself, be sure to upload a video response of you unboxing it or doing a video review on it. That would be pretty awesome. Also, last but not least, please subscribe to my channel. I know, as most of you probably know, I've recently obtained over 500 subscribers for my couple years being here on YouTube, and I just want to thank every one of you subscribers who's been with me for these last, what is it, like yeah, 5 years. Because I started out here on YouTube in 2006. But I wasn't making these kind of videos back then, and they weren't so popular. But once I started getting into Dan the Computer Man and all these other types of videos, my people just started subscribing to me like crazy, and that's just awesome. And I would love to keep that going. So, if you like the kind of content you see here, subscribe to me. Get your friends to subscribe. Get anyone you can to subscribe to this channel, because I would just love that. Alright, so now I'm done with this video, and I hope you guys have a great day or night. See you guys in the next video.